Good morning and thank you for watching Times News with me, Tabi Gamangala Munifumbo. First, the headlines. Malawi's opposition pens Speaker of Malawi demanding an independent inquiry into Chilima's death in a plane crash. UTM Secretary General Patricia Kaliati orders party members not to wear the party's regalia during government functions. And in other news, Consumers Association of Malawi is pushing for an upward adjustment of fuel prices in the country. Now, the news in detail. Our top story this morning, Leader of Opposition George Jabonda has written the office of the Speaker of Parliament demanding a commission of inquiry into the death of former Vice President Saulos Chilima. Chilima, who was also UTM President, died in a plane crash in Chikangawa Forest in Karabe on June 10th this year. Jabonda explains.
The President, Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, while he was in Germany, he conducted an interview and he said that he was in possession of the report. So basically what I was asking is that can we have a release of that report? I was surprised to hear from the government side that they don't know about that report and that what I was saying was not true. And because of that, I have asked under our Standing Order 14, Parliament, that it is an issue of national importance and we should discuss it. In that standing order, I've asked for a commission of inquiry and a public inquiry, which are together, and then a release of that report. Because we're talking of the death of Right Honorable Saulos Klaus Chilima, who was the Vice President of this country, and it's an issue of national importance.
UTM Secretary General Patricia Kaliati has ordered party members not to wear the party's regalia during government functions. She was speaking during a media briefing in Blantyre amid growing reports of divisions in the party. Kelly Napolo reports.
Coincidentally, this comes just a few days after some party members joined their leader Michael Usi in welcoming President Lazarus Chakwera from his recent foreign trips. They were in UTM colors, singing and celebrating Chakwera's arrival. But Kaliati stresses the party is currently in no alliance or partnership with any political party.
What I wanted to say is that we remain resilient on the resolve of getting out of alliance. Any future alliances is going to be announced. As of today, we are not in alliance with anybody else.
But political and governance commentator George Chaima has faulted Kaliati for the sentiments he describes as misguided. He argues that everyone, including UTM members, is part of the government currently headed by President Lazarus Chakwera.
The government in democracy is an instrument that belongs to the people. Whether DPP or OPP, UTM or MCP, AFORD or PPM, whatever the case, as long as you're a citizen of Malawi, you form the government of Malawi. Now, when she talks about the party colors, the UTM color, any member that puts on any color for UTM is a Malawian, and he has the right, or she has the right, to put on that color and attend any function of government, because any member of UTM is part of Malawi government.
Meanwhile, UTM spokesperson Felix Njawala says the party will hold its elective conference on 17th November this year.
In addition to the many crucial issues we discussed, one of the key topics was the scheduling of our party convention. This morning, we are excited to announce that after much anticipation from our members and all Malawians, the committee, which was chaired by the Vice President, agreed to hold the convention on 17th November 2024.
Last month, the party's Central Executive Committee announced exiting the Tonse Alliance, citing lack of honesty, integrity, and sincerity by Malawi Congress Party in honoring the agreement.
The Consumers Association of Malawi says it wants the Malawi Energy Regulatory Authority to adjust prices of fuel in the country. KAMA Executive Director John Capito wants the move to be taken as one way of addressing the scarcity of the commodity. Pempero Malimba reports.
Capito said KAMA believes the effects of regulated higher prices are better than fuel scarcities in the country.
It is a bit more of a challenge to consumers that yes, we would enjoy the lower prices, but it is now becoming very obvious that soon the importance of petroleum products like fuel will stop. When these people stop importing fuel in the country, what happens is that then we go back to where we were, having a long queues, unending queues, no fuel in the filling stations.
Minister of Transport Jacob Hala admitted that the government is cracking its head to find out where to get resources for road maintenance in the wake of zero revenue from the fuel levy due to prevailing low fuel pump prices.
And we've had serious issues with fuel levy in the country because for some time now our fuel has been selling at a very low cost price, and the retailers have been claiming that they're making losses. So because of that, they've been withholding the levies and they haven't been paying the levies. I'll give you an example. This year, last year we thought was worse, but this year we haven't received a single penny from the fuel levy. These are the levies that go to MEREP, rural electrification projects, but also maintenance of the roads, including even the major roads, patching of potholes. And you've seen there was a time that we couldn't even patch most of the potholes. This was one of the reasons, because we didn't have enough resources for that cause.
MERA made its last fuel price hike on 10 November 2023.
The non-governmental organization Regulatory Authority Ngora has taken a move to track down the utilization of forex that non-governmental organizations receive. According to the 2023 NGO sector report, the sector received a total income of 589 billion kwacha, out of which 473 billion kwacha came in foreign currency. Wes Gosi has a report.
In an interview after briefing stakeholders on the progress made in the NGO sector on Tuesday in Lilongwe, Ngola Chief Executive Officer Edward Chireka Banda says it has been noted that forex remittances budgeted in US dollars or euros often enters Malawi as local currencies. He says Ngola has also observed that international forex brokers complicate funds tracking and that there are discrepancies in reported inflows versus actual reserve increases.
It was observed that this forex is landing in different airports, and as a country we haven't really consolidated how best we are benefiting from such forex, because as a country we have also experienced shortages of forex from time to time.
Minister of Gender, Deputy Director of Planning and Research Godfrey Chimala says it is indeed a good thing to track the forex realized from NGOs. He says, according to the report, the NGO sector provide more forex for the country as compared to tobacco sales.
Whatever services that the NGOs are providing to Malawians, they are doing that on behalf of the government. So what that means is that they are generating resources from donors in the name of Malawians. The expectation is that they are going to be using those particular resources for the benefit of Malawians.
Meanwhile, Ngola said he will continue engaging the Reserve Bank of Malawi to have a thorough look into the matter and have a possible investigation on the issue.
President Lazarus Chakwera has launched the Global Fund Grant Cycle 7, GC7, worth approximately 893 billion kwacha, marking a new chapter in Malawi's fight against HIV, tuberculosis, and malaria. The launch came after the Global Fund approved a grant of $525.1 million to the government of Malawi, with $419 million allocated towards TB and HIV, while $84 million will go towards fighting malaria. Kathy Maulidi reports.
President Chakwera expressed his gratitude to the Global Fund donors, saying the government and the people of Malawi remain grateful to all Global Fund donors whose commitment to making the lives of Malawians healthier is unmatched.
As we embark on this new phase of our partnership with the Global Fund, it is crucial to acknowledge the significant strides we've made thus far. Through previous grants, we have expanded access to essential health services, increased the availability of life-saving medications, and improved our healthcare infrastructure. With these grants, we have procured ambulances and utility vehicles, procured gas plants and modern hospital equipment such as CT scans, and we have recruited thousands of healthcare workers. I'm therefore highly indebted to the Global Fund for this support.
And on his part, head of Global Fund Grant Management Division, Mark Edon Eddington, said Malawi has made remarkable progress in the fight against HIV, TB, and malaria.
Honestly, over the last 20 years, particularly the last 6 or 7 years, Malawi has made really good progress in that fight. Very close to achieving the UNAIDS goals of 95-95-95 for HIV. Significant improvement in active case finding in tuberculosis, and treatment success is about 90% for TB. And in malaria, the number of cases has dropped by around 40% in the last few years.
United States of America Chargé d'Affaires, Ahmed Diaz, said the United States is proud to have been one of the funding donors to the Global Fund.
Well, I think you're going to expect what you've seen already, which is continued good care. 1 million Malawians are on antivirals. That's 1 million Malawians that are alive every day because of these donations. You see more healthcare centers across Malawi. You see more access to vaccines and treatments, more nets to prevent malaria, more early screening for tuberculosis, and really strengthening health services across Malawi. And we do this through the Global Fund. We also do this as the U.S. We're your largest bilateral partner. We provide about $450 million each year, and about $220 million of that goes straight into healthcare strengthening and systems.
And the Minister of Finance, Simplex Chichilapanda, thanked the Global Fund for the support and promised that the money will be put to the right use.
What it means is that we now have resources that we can use in the fight against HIV/AIDS. We have resources that we can build systems to strengthen our response. But at the same time, it also signifies the degree of confidence and trust in the government's ability to deliver quality services as far as the fight against HIV/AIDS is concerned.
The Global Fund has been a partner to Malawi since 2003.
You're watching the news on Times TV. We'll be back with more after this break.
Neyo chimene ngalangiza ndikuti asachedwe ndipo asachite mantha chifukwa ndipo lisoti imathandiza nthawi ina iliyonse ndipo ineyo ndisaname ndi mboni yazenizeni ndipo asachite mantha yayi.
Chotsani nkhawa lero pogula Tilinano funeral cover yomwe makuthandizani inu ndi banja lanu pamene mwasiyana ndi okondedwa anu. Imbani 323 kuti mudziwe zambiri. Nico Life.
You have all your MASM information in one place. With the MASM mobile app, all MASM members register on the MASM mobile app. Download the app from Apple Store or Google Play Store. Install and open. Click register to register. Enter your membership number. The default membership number has 9 digits. If you don't succeed, try 11 digits. Choose your name, password, and OTP destination. Remember, when adding your mobile number, 265, not plus 265. You can also register with your email address easily and keep updated with your MASM account right in the palm of your hand. For more information, email infodesk@masm.mw or visit www.masm.mw.
We are back with the latest lineup from Betway. Betway's front three starts strong with cash out and swipe bet. Plus, you can boost your sports bet with win boost.
And pick up any penny. Pali freebie Friday. Smart pigs. Builder bait. Omwe atamanga ngataka furufuru.
They've also got their back to odds boost and Betway stars. You always get way more with Betway.
Kondo, yama kocha hiyo.
In the news, First Lady Monica Jawera has underscored the need for the country to put much effort in promoting the prevention of fistula in the country. Jawera said this during the commemoration of International Day to End Obstetric Fistula held in Nkota. Pempero Malimba reports.
Jawera cited, among other things, the need to encourage young girls to refrain from engaging in both premarital and unprotected sex, which fuel early pregnancies. She said prevention is crucial to ending fistula in the country. Fistula Center Malawi Program Country Director Margaret Moyo attributed inadequate working resources for health personnel, frequent transfer of health personnel, as main challenges affecting their fight against fistula in the country.
It's a very big challenge because we take time with the support from UNFPA and the Ministry of Health to orient the clinical officers, orient the nurses, even some of the doctors. But what happens is that whenever they go back, most of them, they don't practice what they have learned. And sometimes when we're trying to follow up what exactly has happened, we find that someone has been transferred or someone has left the job, gone for cleaner procedures. So that's a big challenge because when it comes to educating someone, it really takes the time and takes the efforts.
Deputy Minister of Health Halima Daudi said the ministry will continue implementing various initiatives to help the fight against fistula, including provision of capacity building to health personnel on fistula.
No, but we've trained a lot of health workers, we've trained a lot of doctors to deal with this fistula. And we keep on training people so that by 2030 we should end fistula in this country.
There are about 20,000 women living with obstetric fistula in the country.
The government has called on media practitioners to be patriotic, saying it is key to achieving national development. Officials responsible for communication in the Office of the President and Cabinet, State House and Ministry of Information said this in Blantyre when they engaged some members of the media to interact and share experiences. Director of Information in the Ministry, Arthur Jipenda, emphasized that good cooperation between media and government is crucial.
And when we say the partnership has to be real, it means we expect the media to be as patriotic as Malawians also. So this also applies to whenever we have high-level visitors that we have in the country. For example, what we see is that whenever our head of state is visiting another country, in that particular country, the head of state is given what I can call 5-star coverage by the media, both private and public. So we expect the same. There is nothing wrong in being critical, but we always say there is always what we call constructive criticism. This is what government expects from the media. Yes, the media should be critical, not critical in the sense of being critical, but critical to ensure that it is pointing out to the issues that government must rectify, so that together, government and the media were able to serve Malawians better.
A producer with the Malawi Broadcasting Corporation, Warstone Sangala, commended the officials for the engagement.
Media is the fourth arm of government. This engagement by OPC and the media is very important to us and very crucial because, as you know, information is power, and we need to be disseminating the right information to the public. So for a long time we haven't had an engagement like this with OPC. I believe this is an eye-opener. We'll be moving forward in the same direction, and we would like to assure the nation that we'll try as much as possible to completely cut down misinformation and stick on facts and figures, which is the defense of our profession. So we are very happy, and we encourage our partner to continue doing this. Sometimes even
The National Water Resources Authority says it will be strict on individuals, councils, and businesses that spill effluent into water bodies without permission. Its Chief Executive Officer, Dwight Kambugu, said this in Blantyre during an engagement with editors and media managers that are based in the southern region. Richard Jirombo has the details.
Kambugu said they want all water-related issues to be linked to sustainable use.
We are here to make sure that all the activities that are happening are feeding into sustainable resource management, sustainable water resource management. That's why we are saying we want to bring sanity, and the sanity is within the water sector.
On his part, General Secretary for National Editors Forum, Gresham Tukula, asked media practitioners to be writing more on water issues.
Water issues are very important because, as we all know, water is life. Most everything that we do in life depends on water, and good water for that matter. Therefore, we cannot talk about sustainable lives without talking about water. I think it's important for media houses to plan strategically on how they can disseminate the information that they've gathered here to ensure that we protect our water resources.
The National Water Resources Authority was established under an Act of Parliament of 2013.
Well, that's the news for now, but before we go, the headlines again. Malawi's opposition pens Speaker of Malawi demanding an independent inquiry into Chilima's death in a plane crash. UTM Secretary General Patricia Kaliati orders party members not to wear the party's regalia during government functions. And in other news, Consumers Association of Malawi is pushing for an upward adjustment of fuel prices in the country. You can get more on these and other stories by visiting www.times.mw, liking and following our Facebook page, Times 360 Malawi, X at Times 360 Malawi, and by subscribing to 1895 by dialing star 1895 hash. I'm Tabby Kamangala Munifumbo. Goodbye.